Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is MD Tech here with another quick tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to resolve the ICANN name collision error you're coming across in your Google Chrome web browser. So this could definitely be a frustrating issue that you guys are facing, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to hopefully resolve this problem that you might be getting where it says that the site can't be reached. The site or on the company, organization, or school intranet has the same URL as an external website. Try contacting your system administrator. So we're going to jump into it and start by opening up the start menu. Just click on the start button one time. Type in regedit, so regedit. Best match, circle back a registry editor. You want to go ahead and right click on that and then select run as administrator. If you receive a user account control prompt, you want to select yes. Now, before you do anything in the registry, I'd highly suggest that you create a backup of it. In order to do that, it's quite simple. Just go ahead and left click on the File tab and then select Export. File name, I usually suggest naming it the date in which you're making the backup, which seems to make the most amount of sense to me. Export range should be selected to all and then save it to a convenient location on your computer. Once you're done making the backup, if you ever need to import it back in, just do File Import and navigate to the file location, so very simple. So once you've gone ahead and done that, now you want to expand the HK local machine folder, so either double click on that or left click on the little arrow next to it to expand the drop down. Do the same thing now for the system folder, same thing for current control set, same thing for services. We're going to look for something that says TCP/IP, so scroll down a little bit here. Right here, so TCP/IP, want to go ahead and expand that one as well. Should be a parameters folder. And now finally, when you expand that, there should be a folder that says database path in here. If you don't see one, you want to create it. So again, database path exactly as it appears on my screen, no spaces at all. The D in data, the B in base, and the P in path are all capital as well. And on the right side, you can see there's a default value in here. You want to go ahead and just double click on it. I'm going to have a value data in the description of the video. I want you guys to copy it. Please note the very first letter is going to be C because that's where my Windows is installed on here, so C Windows System 32. Please note if your Windows is not installed on the drive letter beginning with a C on your Windows computer, this is not going to work for you. You're going to have to swap this C out with whatever drive letter you're using, and it will be a capital letter. If you're unsure what drive Windows is installed on, go ahead and open up File Explorer so you have an icon down your taskbar, or you can just search for it in the start menu. And left click on this PC on the left side. Should be a local disk that comes up underneath devices and drives here. And there should be a little Windows icon above the hard drive. Again, this local disk, you can see it says C, and then in parentheses there's a little colon immediately following that. And if you double click on that, you can see there's a Windows folder in here, which, what would you know, it actually follows up with the path here. So just use some common sense here, guys. It shouldn't be that complicated. However, apparently for some viewers it's a little bit complicated to understand. You know, it is what it is, so I try and accommodate as best as I can for those audience members. So once you paste it in, again, the C might be a different letter. You want to go ahead and left click on OK. Once you're done with that, go ahead and close out of here. Restart your computer for it to take effect, and hopefully that's resolved your problem. Another thing you try would be to open up the start menu, type in CMD. Best match to come back with command prompt. You want to right click on that and then select run as administrator. If you receive a user account control prompt, select yes. Now in this elevate command line window, you want to go type in ipconfig space /flush DNS exactly as it appears on my screen. So again, ipconfig space /flush DNS. Hit enter your keyboard as it appears on my screen. Should come back with successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache if you spelled it correctly. Once you're done with that, close out of here. Restart your computer. Hopefully that's resolved your problem as well. Another thing we can try, so method number 3 here, if you're still having problems, if you are unknowingly running on a proxy server here, you're connected to a proxy and you don't want to be, let's try just turning that off and see if that's resolved the problem too. So we're going to open up the start menu, type in network and internet, And now it looks like this will take us to settings, which is fine. We're going to go over to network internet anyway. So select the network internet tile. And now on the left side, select proxy. And you want to just make sure automatically detect settings is turned on. So if you're using a proxy, it'd be turned off and you'd have to actually manually set up your proxy settings. But we're going to change it to automatically detect settings if it was the otherwise, if it was anything otherwise, if it was anything other than that. So once you change it to that, close out of here. Hopefully again that has resolved the problem. So as always, thank you guys for watching this brief tutorial. I do hope I was able to help you out, and I do look forward to catching you all in the next tutorial. Goodbye.